Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Miss V here today. How y'all doing today? In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experiences of being on a budget, and I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of being on a budget, and these are all my own personal opinion. So they may not apply to everyone's life. So if you have been watching my channel, you know that my husband and I are on the debt-free journey. While we have not been able to pay down any debt yet, we're still in the preliminary stages of preparing to pay down debt. Because, I'm going to say my husband say we, but I'm going to say because I'm going to be real. I made some bad financial mistakes early on in life, and they're still coming back to bite me. So I'm having to clean up a lot of that. So I'm glad that I'm on this journey because I need to clean up some of these mistakes I made. Before the journey, you know, I didn't let it bother me. I was like, you know how we say it is what it is. No, it ain't. It's not it is what it is. This stuff need to be corrected. So, Miss V gonna talk to you about her budget. My household budget. My husband and I both get paid bi-weekly. So, essentially, we get paid every week. You know, we get paid bi-weekly, different weeks. So, that's why I chose to do a weekly budget. I can't do a monthly. Well, of course, I know the ones who get paid once a month, you do a monthly budget. But so I decided to do a weekly budget. And I just came up with some different ideas, and I presented it to my husband. He agreed with them. And, you know, at some point, you know, life happens. You're going to have to change your budget. But for the most part, we pretty much stick to the same budget every week. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you the pros of being on a budget. I have 4 pros and I have 4 cons of being on a budget. First, the 4 pros is, number 1, the first pro is you know where all your money goes. You know, previously when we went on a budget, we would just pay our bills, whatever bills due that week, and just swipe the card when we need something. Just swiping, just buying stuff just to be buying it. Not really needing it not really needing it, maybe wanting it, but not having a plan for spending our money. We were just spending it, you know. So that's first pro. The second one is, well, this wasn't a problem in our marriage anyway, but anything, even the best of things can be improved. It improved our communication. We didn't have any problem with communication. We were already communicating, but this one is you're more conscious of communicating. Whereas I might go out and buy a new purse and, you know, just show it to my husband and he know I bought it. I don't do that now. You know, I'll put it in the budget to buy a new purse, you know, before I go buy a new purse. That's the difference. Number 3 is it frees up a lot of extra money so you can put towards your debt as you stick to the budget. Of course, I'm following Dave Ramsey baby steps. I'm doing the modified version. I'm doing the version that fits my life, and y'all should do the version that fits y'all life too. You can't go strictly, his principles are good, but you got to remember he's already a millionaire. So I can't live on a zero-based budget. Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. I don't feel like I can live on a zero-based budget. Well, if my paycheck is $2,500 is allotted to go to different places that whole week. So the entire $2,500 is spent. I can't live like that. Just the other day, I needed some air in my tire, and I didn't even have $1 to put in the air machine because I had put all my money. I did pretty much the zero-based budget. I was like, no, this don't make sense. I'm scrounging around in the car looking for 4 quarters to put some air in my tire. I was like, oh no, I can't live like this. I at least gotta have $1 to put some air in my tire. So zero-based budget may be wonderful for. To me, zero-based budget is good for people who already have their emergency fund built up, savings funds built up. That's who the zero-based budget is for. It is not for someone like myself who have made a lot of bad decisions and money decisions and trying to rectify those decisions. It's not good for me right now. It may be good for me later on in the journey, but right now, no, I can't be walking around looking for $1 to put some air in my tire. No, I can't live like that. And then I may be misunderstanding zero-based budget is. But if I'm misunderstanding y'all, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, I can't do that. So what I do is, in our budget, we allot a certain amount of money for certain things. We gave ourselves an allowance for spending money. We give so much for gas. We got the food budget, and then we got whatever bills are due. And then I leave a little bit in the checking account or cash on hand for little things like, you know, I may have spent all my allowance for the week and, you know, need some air in the tie and don't have $1 because I spent all my allowance. So I leave some cushion in the budget for things like that, which I did this time. I remember that I did do it, and I went to the bank and got me some money and got me 4 quarters and put some air in my tie. But anyway, that's it for that. Can't do the zero-based budgeting. And number 4 pro of being on a budget is you change bad habits. Like I'm changing bad money habits. Like if you've been watching me, one bad habit me and my husband both have is we both got a certain amount of money coming out of our check going to 2 different savings accounts. He got a savings account, I got a savings account. But we still talk to each other. You know, both of us still, do we have access to each other's savings account? No, we don't. Which I guess we need to do that. See there? This journey is making you realize different things you need to do. Yeah, he needs to have access to my account. I need to have access to his account. Not saying that he can go get some of my money or I can go get some of his money, but say something happened. Say I'm in the hospital and in a coma or something. He needs some money out of that account. He can't even go get it because he's not on the account. You know, so the being on the budget has opened my mind up to a lot of different things, financial mistakes that I made in the past. I'll do a video on it because some of y'all may have made the same mistakes. And some of y'all may not even feel like it's a mistake. Some of y'all may just have that attitude. That's just life. You got to do what you got to do, you know. But I don't think like that anymore. My mind, my thinking process is more mature. Let me put it like that to me. Because to me, a lot of those little cliche sayings that we say are immature, you know. It is what it is. This is my opinion. I can say what I feel. Y'all can say what y'all feel too. And then we can come to agreement that you feel the way you feel and I feel the way I feel. A lot of these cliches like, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You're going to always be in debt. All that stuff. I don't think like that anymore. You know, I used to. I will admit I used to, but I don't think like that anymore. You don't have to be in. I don't have to. I mean, I didn't owe Wells Fargo before I went and got the house. So why do I have to be in debt? Think about that, y'all. Let's think about some of this stuff we be saying. But anyway, that's it for the pros. The cons, number 1 is pretty much when I was saying I can't be on the zero-based budget, I put on here you don't have room to make changes without a substantial savings account. If you do, that's pretty much if you do the zero-based budget. Like if all your paycheck is gone and you don't have any money in savings, you ain't got nothing in emergency fund, you got an emergency or something that come up, you don't have any money because you spent all your money on the budget for that week. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the cons to me of being on a budget, is not having that little cushion if you don't have your savings or your emergency fund built up. And number 2 is it takes discipline. I'm going to say that's a con because it is. I mean, even though we're making these changes to better our life, it don't feel good. Let's just be honest. I mean, it don't feel good to make these changes. But it is good, but it don't feel good because I had to discipline myself. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm out riding around. And I normally go to Chick-fil-A, get the little... And I'm like, I got some chicken at home. So I had to discipline myself to pass on by Chick-fil-A, come home and unthaw that chicken and do something while the chicken is unthawing and fix me something that's going to taste just as good as Chick-fil-A. But in my mind, it was easier to just stop by Chick-fil-A and spend that $6.52, $7.80. But no, I don't do that anymore. I got to save that $6.52 or $7.80 for when I need some air in my tie or I might need a spare tie. You know, I'm still eating, but I'm just eating in a different way. So that's number 2, the discipline. And number 3, of course, the lifestyle changes. You know, we've been doing, when you've been doing something for so long, it takes a while for you to make changes. Like my husband, he's still doing the same thing about the savings account. He needs some work, boo. He's like, you want me to get out my savings? I was like, no, I'm putting it in the budget. He wanted a video game. He said, you want me to get the money out of my savings? No, I'm going to put it in the budget. You see the pattern? So I had to explain to him, no, we're going to save our savings. That's why it's called a savings. But I can't follow them because we've been doing it for so long. I told y'all, we just go to the savings account. Just we want to go out and eat. We ain't got no money in the checking. We just go to our savings. We want to go out of town for the weekend. We ain't got no money in our checking. We just go in our savings. I mean, we were just building the savings up, spending it. Building the savings up, spending. No, we can't do that no more. That's the changes. So the lifestyle changes. I'm going to say that's a con. It really could be a pro and a con. But I'm going to say it's a con because I'm still in the transitioning phase. So I'm going to leave it on the con list. And the fourth con is you always thinking about ways to save money to pay our bills. You can't really relax. I'm going to say that's a con, but then again, it's not a con in a sense because, I mean, I can't relax anyway. If I'm not on the budget or if I'm on the budget, I can't relax because I'm in all this debt. So, either way it goes. So I said if I'm going to be uncomfortable and if I'm going to be uncomfortable making all these lifestyle changes, I may well be doing it for the better of our life. You know what I'm saying? I was uncomfortable when I was in debt. Even before I realized I need to get on this debt-free journey. But I'm uncomfortable getting out of debt. So the uncomfortability of it is different than when I was just uncomfortable and in debt. I'm uncomfortable for a good reason, but it's still, I'm gonna put it on the con list because it's still uncomfortable making the lifestyle change like before I got a purse. You know what I'm saying? So all this, Ms. V got to keep it real. Even though we making these changes, it's still hard. I mean, I got to really think about this stuff. Like, do we really need that now? Do we really need it like right now? That's what I be asking myself. Like when I go get all them coupon deals, I be like, do we really need all this now? No, we don't need but 1 bar of soap right now. I don't have to buy 3, 4, 6 packs like I normally do just because they got a good sale. You know, even though I'm coupon, I still got to be mindful of the money I'm spending. Even though I'm saving a lot of money, but I'm still spending money to save the money. So, being on the debt overall, even though I got 4 cons and 4 pros, I would still be on a budget because it is going to benefit us in the end. So, this is Ms. V. I just wanted to come on here and give y'all the pros and cons of being on debt, being on a budget, how being on a budget has affected our life and so forth. So, those are the 4 pros and 4 cons. I hope this helps someone who may be considering going on a budget. I don't know if it helped you because I gave you 4 pros and 4 cons, but I hope it was inspiring to somebody. It gave you something to think about. So anyway, this is Ms. V. I'm going to continue to show you love and encourage you. And I'm going to always help you save on some of the things you need to get some of the things you want. Thank you and have a nice day.